It's time now for our weekend health roundup, and we've got a few trending topics. So let's bring in ABC News medical contributor and our favorite doctor, Dr. Alok Patel. Thank you so much for joining us. Happy Saturday, my friend. A lot of news.
Happy Saturday to you.
Yes, a lot of news to talk about. First, the American Journal of Preventative Medicine. They are reporting an increase in teen cannabis usage, but with vapes. But fewer teens know what's actually in their vape products. What are the dangers here?
Morgan, this is something that we've been following for several years with the rise of first e-cigarettes and now teens vaping and sometimes not even knowing what they're actually vaping. So in this survey, it was found that from 2021 to 2023, the number of teens vaping these marijuana derivatives, these CBD, THC, and synthetic chemical vapes actually went up. And here's what's really alarming. About 3 times as many kids at the end of the survey admitted that they didn't really know what they were always vaping. So there may be synthetic chemicals in there and they're completely unaware of it. Now we know that vaping products may contain harmful chemicals such as heavy metals. This can lead to issues such as lung damage, mental health concerns, and untold effects on brain development. And this market is unregulated. Kids can buy vapes that contain synthetic chemicals right online without any oversight. So it is important that we not only have legislation and a national conversation, but that parents, teachers, coaches, older siblings, friends, talk to people and make sure they know exactly what is in these products, and best of all, that they avoid them.
Wow, you should have seen my eyebrows raise at that statistic that you shared. Great advice
Health
there.
headlines, I'm telling you, sometimes it happens.
Yeah. Let's move on now to a separate study. Finding emojis create stronger emotional connections when texting, but also generate better responses. Explain why this is and why it sounds like when I send my next text, I probably need to throw a smiley face in there. I'm like a straightforward texter.
Listen, I'm expecting my next text from you. I want to see just a sea of emojis after this one. So this is a great, not only Saturday morning, lighthearted topic, but also an important insight into human connection through communication. So this study, about 260 adults, found that adults rated text messages more responsive. That's more satisfaction and more connection if they contained emojis. People might look at this and say, well, yeah, emojis are fun, but also our brains are trained to receive these emotions and look beyond just words when we see a human face. And you can actually convey this on a text message. And researchers found that it didn't matter which emoji was used. So in this world where texting has become king with communication, and we also have this rise in loneliness and wanting to reach out to people, I say throw an emoji in there. I'm personally a fan of all the medical emojis, the bugs, and all the characters.
All right, my next text to you, LOL smiley face.
Please.
All right, finally, Dr. Patel, we've officially reached summer, right? Which means it is beach season. So, and a lot of people want to know this. Does wearing sunscreen block the chances of getting a nice golden tan?
Not totally. So wearing sunscreen is going to protect your skin against those harmful UV rays. But I want people to understand that tanning is not necessarily a good thing. Yes, you want to look sun-kissed and you want to prove that you've been on vacation, but your tanning is actually a defense mechanism your skin does to protect itself against harmful UV radiation. It bumps up that pigment, that melanin. So your best bet is to wear sunscreen, wear protective clothing, and having less skin damage, a lower risk of sunscreen, is better than that tan.
All right, Dr. Alok Patel, always such great advice, my friend. Thank you so much
Likewise.
for joining us.
Thank you.